Man, 5-star James. I don't care what stars they give you. You're 5-star. You've been a 5-star, which is much part there. Listen, man, University of Miami fans want to know one thing. Does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely do have a chance.
5-star James. I don't care what stars they give you. You're 5-star. You've been a 5-star, which is much part there. Listen, man, University of Miami fans want to know one thing. Does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
I don't care what stars they give you. You're 5-star. You've been a 5-star, which is much part there. Listen, man, University of Miami fans want to know one thing. Does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Do you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
No, none of that.
No.
Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you the tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person to play?
I don't see nobody.
I knew this.
Nobody.
He was gonna give it the damn hood.
That's why I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
So I just got to do what I do.
University of Miami, they land you, and then they land the number one. We call him football player, number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties. And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you couldn't say like in the box, but like a striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
Guess what's
Because
up?
I know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're gonna he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, and then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we're just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He wanted to play free safety. He was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be close to the linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
that's his.
That's just him
yeah.
helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's it. That's him playing chess with the team. I told him, kid. I covered James since he was that big. Bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then that goes to play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. It just, I feel like you beat your man every play,
right.
You got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
Yeah. After that, I just started going crazy. Tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like a tackle for loss, like 6.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't touch you, like.
Yeah, like they did.
Explain to me, though. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds. Is it something? Is it a swim move or something you do? Like, they don't see you? You're teleporting? What's going on?
I'm too fast for long.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like,
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like, I just gotta show the world. Like, I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like, show people like, wow, at 56. Like, show them like I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews. like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what this nigga shit.
Big time players step up in big game. All the criticize and all that, it's over, baby. Big time players step up in big game.
Audition. You auditioning to play for this week every day in practice, and I tell kids that all the time.
Right.
I don't give a damn how long
sets
you've
a
been
bar.
there.
It
It it puts a fire under their ass.
Right.
But you know, I guess they scared of that transfer portal. I remember back in the day when the bitch transferred, they had to sit a year out. I can't sit a year out. I'm gonna stick this one in. Now it's the transfer portal. Now you kind of like gingerly on that shit, and it's starting from Little League. You know, play for every park in Dade County. Now I can't play. I'm in Pompano now. Like, come on, man. Teach them kids accountability, sticking to it, be ready to compete. And that's that. You raising a man. You're not raising nobody that run from pressure.
I think they've been a little lenient with him about it.
It's too much.
Yeah, I think they have.
If you scared of a kid going into a portal, he's not gonna be loyal on that field damn
way. Yeah, I hear her talking that. Right.
Come on, man. The hell with all that. That's just real. Yo, what up? This your girl, KK Bronson, aka Bernice from Southeast Toe, the Catriona Bronson, all that good stuff. We right here on Crib Talk, keeping it 100 for the crib.
Crib Talk.
Crib Talk. Crib Talk.
The Crib Talk.
Crib Talk.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida.
Yo. Hi, I'm DJ. Crib Talk. Caneville. What's going on, man? What's good? Get these headphones on, man. Y'all get on off of here, man. About to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. What's good? I see somebody right off the back talking about chat. Is Manny really fired? Come on, man. Something else got to be going on in life, man. Other than that same stuff, man. Got to be. Something else got to be going on, dog. Chat, is Manny really fired? Oh boy. What's good, man? Everybody get in here to talk about a couple of things. Let me see. What's up, bro? Football is dead. Sammy Ramirez. No, we need a new coach like now. And then what? You want football is dead. They can't hang with the big dogs. Sammy Ramirez. I know they're not doing business like big dogs. You right about that. And definitely doing business like the little dogs. Definitely, man. Shout out to Edge. Best tasting energy drink in the world. Get that in there right there. Bam. Bam. Best energy drink in the world. Shout out to Synergy Sweets. Tampa Dessert Wars champion. Go check out Synergy Sweets at Synergy Sweets on Instagram, bro. OG was good. Stacy was good. Yeah, dog. Y'all boy. Every waking moment of y'all life, y'all want Manny fired. Come on, man. Dang. Lot going on. The Manny Mario stuff. I mean, listen, it's only right. Mario got a game Friday. Ain't nobody Brian Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't built like LSU and Brian Kelly. Everybody ain't gonna step out there and just shit on the kids like that. Everybody ain't built like that, dog. That ain't for everybody. So the man got a game Friday. I'm sure he got to finish his business first. I can only imagine what that team gonna look like Friday, though. Good Lord. I can only imagine, right? What that team gonna look like Friday. They've been through a lot this week, dog. Yeah, that squad been through a lot this week. So I'm sure they got to get that business out of the way first. I mean, I guess the good news is you haven't heard nothing. You know what I'm saying? You haven't heard anything. Cristobal ain't signed no contract. Lane Kiffin ain't signed no contract, not that I heard of. You say Mario gonna beat the brakes off Utah? Bro, listen, I don't know if you can when. Okay, think about this. Think about this. Okay, look at it this way. Last time the Miami stuff started, we got word from somebody who run track at Oregon that, hey, man, all they talking about is Cristobal leaving Oregon. I woke up Saturday morning and I said, hey, man, listen, Oregon about to lose today when they play Utah. And they played a very uninspiring game, even though they were underdogs. Now a lot of people don't realize that they were underdogs. But they lost. Let's think about this for a minute. Okay, let's put this in perspective. I know y'all like when I start talking like this. Let's put this in perspective. Let's say you and your wife almost went through a divorce, right? Because of Susie Q. Susie Q been hanging around y'all relationship forever. And she worked down at the local gym. Your wife tell you, listen, man, if you leave Susie Q alone, I'll give you another chance. Yada, 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 yada. You like, all right. Leave Susie Q alone. It's going to be over. Yada. And then in a week, you call your wife and be like, hey, babe, I'm going to be late. I got to go pick Kevin up from the gym. What gym? The gym Susie Q work at? Yeah, but I'm going to get Kevin. That's kind of like what Cristobal, like, okay, so that's kind of like what happened. Okay, Cristobal came home. Cristobal mom is sick. I mean, I had heard that a long time ago. But think about this. Think about if your boss was telling you, if your boss was hearing you may leave, right? Hey, he may be going to Miami. And then as soon as the season over, you got to go to Miami. And you openly say, I think on a video or something, you openly say, hey, I got to fly to Miami, see my mom, I'll be right back. What is your relationship with your boss when you get back from that point forward? Because I don't think, because it's like, I guess you could have did anything and went anywhere. You didn't have to tell anybody. You go in there, you coming right back. So what is when you get back to Oregon? Like, what is your relationship? How's your boss looking at you now? And what is their relationship going forward? Sticky relation after that. Right. So do I want to work in that environment from here and going forward? I understand it's business, and it's like it is what it is, bro. Just the timing of it was just. And I guess there's 1,000 different ways you could have did it. There's 1,000 different ways you can did it. Hey, why y'all keep asking about all these delays, right? UMass basically came out and said, we didn't want anything to do with football. We told the AD to deal with it, right? Then they fired the AD. Then I guess he got two guys under him, and they handling the business. Do you think like Blake act like he didn't know what was going on half the time? What do you think is going on now? So I mean, I just look at it like, yeah, they're just not fine tuned. Like he said, they're just not handling these situations like the big dogs handle these situations, and it's been going on like that for a while, dog. It has. It's just the fans. I mean, it's just hard for y'all to see. It's been going on like that for a while. He said, "Boss man, definitely all salty after that." Of course. So yeah. So the reality of it is, the man mom is sick. I had heard that a while ago. I just didn't tell you guys. I didn't feel when we broke the news. Hey, Cristobal is the guy. Lane Kiffin, second guy. Cristobal job to lose. It's because we knew his mom was sick. We knew that then, but we didn't say anything because we just like just felt like that was just too much. You know what I'm saying? That's just too much. But he came out and said it. So, but that's so like back to what I was saying with the AD. Yeah, man, they're just not great at doing the business, bro. They're just not. They're just not great at getting the business done. I want to talk to you about something. Since we're on here every day, well, we skipped yesterday, but we're not gonna make it a habit to be skipping days. Since we're on here every day, I want to show y'all something. That lady who was at the beginning, do y'all know who that lady was? In the beginning talking, do y'all know who that lady was? Let me know y'all know who that lady was, dog. The lady in the beginning that was talking. She was talking about the hurricanes too. I'm going to pull up something for y'all. Okay, I'm going to pull something in here for y'all. 1 second. Might be a little too late for me to show y'all this. It look like stuff done turned around. But I'm going to teach y'all a lesson anyway. Since we're in here with each other every day, I'm going to teach y'all something. Oh, my computer want to act ugly today, huh? Let me see. Y'all say y'all knew who the lady was? One second. So what y'all looking at is FinViz. It basically is a stock. It's a stock. It's a chart where people go to a bunch of stock. South Beach Tour. Yeah. The lady from South Beach Tour, Bernice. You know what? Brandon Took say that fake ass show. It's funny that Brandon Took you say that. Dog, listen, she's gonna explain on the show whether it was fake or not. And it's kind of like, what? Was really fake in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? But I'll let her explain it when we drop that video. Very interesting interview, dog. Very interesting lady. She's assistant athletic director at Central. She's the girl football flag coach at Central. I like her, man. Special lady. So what y'all looking at is, I wanted it to be all red when I showed y'all this. I didn't want it. So what y'all looking at is basically these are two markets that measure the whole stock market. You know what I'm saying? NASDAQ, SP 500, whatever. This morning when I was getting on here, it was all the way down here. It was all red. All of this was basically red. A lot of this is going on because of the new Omni variant. And it was ugly. Some of them are millionaires for the last 2 days. I know they've been down for 100,000, 300,000. And it was all down, all bad. And that's when they started saying on TV, the market is crashing. The market is down. Things are bad. Don't put your money. That's when all of that stuff starts happening. They start saying things like that, right? I just want to go through this stuff with you guys, but it actually happened. Like it happened already. So this morning, everything was down, 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 and then you see it recovered. Like it went red. It went red. These boxes was red. These are different sectors. It went red, red, red. And then green. I don't know if somebody got on TV and said, hey, we're finna pump some more money into. I don't know what happened because I was getting ready to get on here with y'all. But it went back green. In the ILD squad, we teach patience. When it goes down, that's not bad. It's good because you want to buy things low. So you just need to have cash available to buy things low. When it goes back green, it always goes back green. Think about that. Since sometimes everything, the market bad is down and man, it always go back green. And it always go back green. It always go back higher green. Always. So is it possible for the market to be like down, crash? Will it ever like hit the ground and like not get back up like a plane that crashes or something? No, it doesn't. Anytime it crashes, it comes back higher. You just need to be patient enough to hold on. That's it. So when it goes down, that's part of the game. You buy things lower. Part of the game. Then you just wait until it goes higher. That's it. Part of the game. Just wanted to show y'all that because I want to go through these things with y'all. The market's been down for like 2 days a day, and I wanted us to go since we're here every day, and I'll walk y'all through. Like, look, it was down. Like, look, oh Lord, the market up next week, and show y'all these things. Okay, let me see. Yeah, that's Bernice from Bernice Toe. Yep. She was on cable towing the hell out of cars. Sean Jones said, if Manny stays and hire legit defensive and offensive coaches, what's y'all thoughts? Man, Sean, my thoughts is he's still ahead. He's still ahead. He hired Lashley. I don't know if Lashley was bad for 1.75 years. He got really good at the end. He's still ahead, man. He's still a leader of it, bro. Like I think he has some more learning to do, dog. You know what I'm saying? In leadership and things of that nature. He's still a leader. Kyle, I know, Kyle. Kyle, listen, bro. We black. We don't get second chances like that. Like we don't get there. Listen, man. We don't get second chances like that. Dude, that Florida State got up out of there. They got him out of there 2 years with extra money. Come on, go on, get out of here, man. No, go on, get out. Go on back where you come from, man. Go on eat some watermelon. They got him up out of there, dog. Like we don't get second chances like that, Kyle. Like, yes, you got to be bad. Dog is bad at his job. Dog was bad when he lost to FIU. That never left out of my mouth. Never. Hey, Manny, you get the job. 1, you got to win. 2, we're going to go play Butch Davis. We didn't want to hire the guy. It's at FIU with a bunch of bombs. Gotta beat him. Okay? 2 things. We want to win games, and we have to beat Butch Davis. Walk our ass into FIU in that baseball stadium and let Dalvin Cook, little brother Ant Jones run all over us. Here go Darius Love Hall. Listen, I'm finna make all this. Here, Darius, look, Darius said, was it Rhett or was it De'Aaron King? Listen, Darius, I'm blaming adults. I don't blame the kids. They make the depth chart. They put the kids out there. And they don't do that, Derek. we not gonna do that, Darius. We always love doing that for our. Yes, man. We always love. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that, Darius. They the adults. They put the kids out there. Okay. Yeah, we ain't gonna get confused, D. You know what I'm saying? The pigs don't run the pigsty. The inmates don't run the jail. Like we're not gonna get confused. They're the adults. They appointed that man the starter over and over again. They felt that he was a starter. Now ask yourself that. Yeah, and this too. King was preseason Heisman candidate. Manny has all Miami records and they're not good records. I mean, but you know what, dog? To let your in on a secret, man. Manny thinks he's doing a good job, and I think the staff feels that they just need a little more time. I'm sure that's a normal feeling. I'm sure that's not abnormal to feel like, man, we really close. We got some young dogs in. Yeah, I'm sure that's a normal feeling. What I don't agree with, what I don't like is I don't like the talk of. I hear a lot of fans say, "Man, we're a tip ball and a missed field goal away from being shit. We still fought though 9 and 10 in this, 11 in that. We're a tip ball be away from being 11 and 3." Look at me when I say this. You know who talk like that? Losers. Yeah, I think losers talk like that. Teams that lose, they create that narrative. I think teams that lose talk like that. Football is a game of inches. Al Pacino said it. It's a game of inches, right? So yeah, most games are a tip ball away from somebody winning, but the winner wins. You know what I'm saying? Like the winner wins. The ones with the team with. I remember one time somebody from Florida State said the difference between Miami and Florida State is we go into the game hoping we could win, and they come into the game knowing they're going to win. And it's a different mentality. The winners win, and the losers say stuff like, "Man, we three snaps away from being." Only losers talk like that, dog. Only people talk like that. Is it? You don't get winners talking like that. Winners like, yeah. So it's just creating your own. It's just creating a narrative. You know what I'm saying? It's just creating a narrative. But yeah, Manny does think feels he's doing a great job. I just think he's just too inexperienced. That's all. Anybody saw Brian Kelly walk in that room and tell those kids this program is gonna be based on 2 things, and the second thing was trust? Did anybody see that? Thought that was about crazy. I thought that was crazy. And the second thing was trust. Did anybody get to see what Lincoln Riley was actually getting going to USC? Brother, this is ridiculous, brother. This is crazy. It's ridiculous. Some of the stuff that they know again. Lincoln Riley contract details not confirmed, but guess I could do is $110 million. USC buying both of his homes. USC buying both of his homes in Norman, both $500,000 a piece. Damn, the phone messing up. Norman $500,000 over asking $1 million bonus, buying a $6 million home in LA for him, unlimited use of the private jet, the family 24/7 unlimited use of the private jet. Dog, how is that possible when the players on the field don't get paid, can't get paid from that money? We can't figure out how to pay them. It's supposed to be free labor. It's they're students. How is it possible that he's getting all of that and they don't get anything? And I don't want to hear anything about the NIL, bro. That's you going to find your own money. NFL players get paid and they get sponsorship. I don't want to hear anything about that. How is the system set up like that? $500,000 over asking price. Now, I'm not asking anybody to do us any favors, bro. Because if we were kings and the queens and the white people were peasants and we owned everything and I don't know if we would be that vicious, but yeah, when you're in power, things look different. It's their ball game. We keep playing in it. That's just how it is. I mean, they own everything. We know how they got there, you know what I'm saying? But they own everything. And it's their ball game, and they keep showing us. That listen, man, we gonna stay over here with the free jet, with the free plane access, and 2 houses brought when you come in here, and y'all stay over there with the work hard attitude. You gotta work hard to get where you're at, brother. When I read this is mind-boggling to me. And the first thing that comes to my mind is like, I know this is gonna sound really bad. No, it just sounds like it just reminded me of I'm not even gonna say it, man. I'm gonna skip it. But dog, something came to my mind, and I'm not gonna repeat it, dog. But man, something came to my mind, dog. And it just doesn't sit well with me, dog. It doesn't at all. Kyle said that's pissing me off to make. If somebody want to call in, text me 786-405-9499, and I'll let you come on the show without video. That what pisses me off the most. They make it illegal to feed a kid, loan the kid money, but they have a contract that allows boosters to pay for a coach's house. And all that bullshit on top of a paycheck. Ridiculous, dog. You can't buy a kid pizza because, no, listen, man, all the slaves got to be treated the same. And I say that word not because somebody's getting beat. You know what I'm saying? I say that word because even in slavery, they were paid. They were paid. Close to nothing. Bullshit. We feed you. Oh, we feed you. Room and board. We you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same concept. We feed you. We put you in the house. Damn, it's kind of similar, ain't it? It's similar. No, it's similar, dog. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. It's similar. It's similar. Yeah, it's similar. Fed in the roof. Exactly, right. Shout out to Crenshaw, dog. Crenshaw said, thanks to the Edge Energy Drink. That was good. 1 second. think somebody want to come on the show. Yeah, man. It is similar, though. It is eerily similar. I don't care what nobody says. It is. I'm gonna take a picture of that, dog. John, I love to see that. He sent me a picture every time somebody said, "Look, they got the Edge streeter. They say they live that." No, dog. I told you. Listen, real talk. Crenshaw, Edge, the best tasting energy drink you ever taste. Yeah, I think I just be up here saying it. Let me know, Crenshaw. I don't just be talking, man. They have really figured something out with Edge energy drink, and I'm here at the ground floor trying to get money. We had the ground floor with it, and we're gonna blow up with it. The boys telling me they stressing. Y'all is not stressing over no grown man getting no job. don't do that now. Don't tell me that y'all ain't stressing over no grown man getting no job. Y'all is not stressing over no grown man getting no job. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, listen, the bottom line, if you know what I'm saying, Cristobal's a guy, like I said, nobody ain't leaving like Lincoln Riley left. I mean, like Brian Kelly left. I mean, so he got to finish, he got to handle his business first. We can only think that that's only right. So 786-405-9499. Send us a text if you want to come on. And I'll send you the link to come on. What else, Street? You got any more hard questions for me? Don told me he just woke up. Let's set it up, dog. I don't know when the next time I'm coming to Gainesville, but let's set it up. This boy said he's trying to sabotage. That boy said he's trying to get sabotage. Oh, we're getting deep in here. We was considered property to them. In their eyes, they were just taking care of their property. I mean, college football starting to look kind of crazy, man. It's kind of look kind of crazy, and we just keep ignoring what we're looking at. This man got 2 houses paid for. I'm gonna read it again. I want to see it. Here you go. I'm gonna read it again. This man got 2 houses paid for. $110 million. USC buying both of his homes in Norman for $500,000 over asking $1 million bonus. Buying a $6 million home in LA for him. Unlimited use of private jet, 24/7 use of a private jet for his family, and that's just the only stuff that the guy knew at that time. Yeah, man, that's just the stuff that the guy knew at the time. Man, you talking about crazy? Oh boy, we got a couple of people trying to come on here. Wait up, let me see if I can get them in here. 1 second. For y'all, the ones who coming in here, man, only audio. Y'all don't have to turn on y'all videos. Let me read some of these. What else, Street? Do you have any more? How many chips between Broward and Dade did you? Sam, you said the Northwestern boy fucked up the Miami Hurricanes. Sam, you just in here, man. You just in here trolling, man. Sam, you just in here trolling. 100 million bags dropped everywhere. It seems like it should get rid of bowls and just have a bigger playoff, since players don't play and coaches leave before bowls. I'm sure they're going to eventually work there, but they're probably locked in with contracts with these bowls, and they probably got to work that through. T-Rock, what's going on? Crazy, the players putting their sweat blood every weekend is paying for these $100 million house. I mean, bro, listen, that's a lot of things in life. I mean, it's a lot of things. That's a lot of things in life. I mean, business is like that. You see your boss working next to you, getting hourly pay? No, he owned the building. He paid you hourly pay. He owned the building. You know what I'm saying? He doing big business. He owned the building. He pay you hourly pay every 2 weeks. So if he's doing big business and he owned the building, what are we doing down here punching the clock? It's always set up like that. We just can't see it. I don't know why we can't see it, but it's always set up like that. College football is just getting outrageous to me. You know what I'm saying? It's outrageous that he can get that stuff. It's outrageous that Brian Kelly would leave a group of kids and go get a deal for this much money, walk into a building full of a group of other kids, mainly black kids, and say this is going to be based on trust. It's outrageous. That's goofy to me, dog. Now, does he have a leg to stand on because he was at what's the name for 15 years? Yeah, dog. It's weird to me, bro. It's weird to me, bro. Hey, we'll give you the fame if you're good enough. You get the fame. You get the fame, maybe a gold chain, but we get 100 million. All right, man, we're finna bring somebody in here, bro. Who we got in here, man?
What up, Street? This is R. Fletcher.
What's going on, bro? You got a question?
Man, I can't call. It was good with
Chilling, man.
Yeah, I do. Hey, the question I got for you is,
we talked before?
Everybody know and believe everything that you and X say. Huh?
Me and you talked before?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we talked before?
Nah. I don't think so, bro.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Can you hear me?
I got you.
Can you hear me?
I
got
can
you.
hear you, big dog.
All right. All right, your mama's so fat, but okay. Hey, but check this out though. Everybody already believe everything that you and X say. One thing I got a question about is David Feely. Do you think he stays as an assistant to whoever Mario brings? And other than T-Rob, who would you prefer to have on staff with him from this existing staff?
I want DVD to stay.
So he'll be like under shepherd to what he's doing right now.
He probably go back to recruiting. I want DVD to stay. Cooney them probably will stay. You say other than T-Rob? I don't know if T-Rob will stay, man. I've heard some things between Mario and T-Rob. I don't know if they're true. But that epic story we've heard before. I heard it was Mario and T-Rob. I don't know how true it is. But she's one of the better coaches on the staff. You know what I'm saying? That's still there. But I don't know if he'll stay. Mario's gonna have to hire a defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator, right?
Right.
So it's gonna kind of be up to them. You feel me? Like, I don't think we're gonna see too many faces hang around. Let's put it that way. I don't think so.
Gotcha. Now my next question to you is, and I heard from
you're breaking up.
Social media.
Oh, wait, you gotta come back when you're breaking up. You gotta come back when you finish breaking up. Let's see if we can get him back in here again. You got a better connection, dog?
Man, that's your computer, man. You got to get that Windows out of there, dog. That Windows 95, man. That Windows 95, man.
Signal, huh?
Oh, yeah, man.
On a signal, huh? What's your question,
now you got a hotspot
out here.
Hey, but he's so crazy. So another thing that people been talking about on social media, you tell me if they wrong, I'm wrong, the way we think. They say Mario is just an offensive line coach, so he has no experience as far as being a coordinator on either side of the ball. How much of a effect do you think that has, say, if he lose a coordinator every 2 to 3 years? Being
Mario's
able to hire somebody, you know what I mean? Do what now?
They say he's an offensive line coach. He has no experience. I think
as an OC or DC.
I think it's a good question. I'm gonna break it down here. Kyle, thanks for the $5, big dog. I'm gonna break it down here. Richard, I see you in the back. I'm gonna bring you in also. Give me a minute. Mario.
No, that ain't me.
See. No, there's another Richard back there. See. Listen.
Gotcha.
Mario. Manny's a defensive coordinator, right?
Yep.
And he's a head coach. It was the first time that we had never really seen Manny out at practice. Not when we were there, but we were only there for like 30 minutes. But we never really seen him out to practice. Manny's a defensive coordinator. He got defensive experience, right? Right?
First time head coach though.
He knows side of the ball. He knows side of the ball. Did it work out for us?
Nope. But he was the first time head coach though.
I think Mario's a leader, big dog. And that's what we've been talking about since day one.
Okay.
Leading men. That thing that we can't see. I think he's a leader. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a leader. Leaders get people under them that's smarter than them to do jobs. Nick Saban hires people smarter than him to call offense. Hey, go call offense, Lane. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta wake up, man.
I feel
leaders run shit. You know what I'm saying? But they're not surrounded by weak people. They're surrounded by other gangsters. They just know how to control it. So I think he's a leader. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a leader. He's 35-12 in Oregon. We would die to have some of them records. He done won the Pac-12 a couple of times. You think he can't win the ACC with Tyler Van Dyke? I don't know, bro, but I think that's what we get with Mario. Anybody who says he's this, he's that, that's a person. Listen, whoever he was in the past, I mean, you the same person you was 5 years ago?
Nope, my address changed.
No, none of us are the same person we were 5 years ago. So why we always trying to keep coaches in the past? I saw somebody put up a video the other day of 2018 when he said he didn't really care for Miami. That was 2018. He said something of the nature, you know what I'm saying? He didn't really want to come back, yada, yada, yada. He probably had just went through the BS, Blake fired him or sent him on his way, and that was 2018. So nah, bro, I think at the end of the day, I think he's a leader, man. I think he's a leader, and I think, leaders appoint people. Nick Saban is going to go out and get a head coach to be his offensive coordinator this year, I bet, or defensive coordinator if he loses. A head coach, dog. Another head coach, dog. Some coaches can't deal with another head coach on their staff. And ask yourself why.
I'm gonna tell you. Hey, last thing, Street. And I'm gonna tell you another reason why people need to realize reason why Manny ain't coming back. First, he got to hire an OC, a DC, and you play Texas A&M first game. He ain't up to that challenge. He ain't ready for that.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro. Rich, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's going on, Streeter?
Chilling, bro. You had a question?
Yeah, I got a couple different questions. First, in regards to the topic that you had on the last video about kids getting paid and while they're in college, or folks giving a kid, let's say, a sandwich, if you will, and that's a violation of NCAA rules. I would say that it's really interesting that the name, image, and likeness legislation has passed, and now during this coaching cycle, we're seeing a lot of coaches getting paid money that they just ain't never seen before. So my thing is, they still are giving you the crumbs, or giving the players the crumbs while they're taking the bag. And that's something to definitely look into.
What do you think happened? I mean, because like I was saying, this feels like the NBA contract year when nobody wanted to sign because they knew the money was coming.
Exactly.
Right. They always give, listen, bro, when the machine gives you something, stimulus checks, NIL deals, when it gives you something, boy, that's called something finna come down the pipe.
Exactly.
And you may see it, you may not see it, but they got a bag coming.
Exactly. And speaking of stimulus checks, in order to give out those stimulus checks, you got to print money. So when you print money, the value of your dollar goes down. And so it's just, I mean, if you see the shift, you got to go the other way. You got to see what the other hand is doing if the right hand is doing one thing. So look at cryptos, look at NFTs, look at all that stuff. And people are sitting here and becoming millionaires off of that. And I think the inflation rate has something to do with that.
Right.
I know that's not a football topic. That just
no. KB, you had a question?
Can you hear me, Street?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. No, I ain't really have
Go
no
ahead. Work,
question.
work.
Yeah, I'm doing a little something.
Richard, you had another question? Oh, go ahead. Which one of y'all? One of y'all.
Well, I do have a couple more. So I was going to ask, do you think that the 80 and head coach announcement would happen after the Oregon plays on Friday?
I think it
You think they're
happened.
waiting on that?
I just know, of course, I just know it wouldn't happen before. I mean, if our guy is the guy that coaches Oregon, everybody ain't rolling like Brian Kelly them. Everybody ain't disrespectful like LSU. Like one of the ESPN heads came out and said, "Man, how could the president of a college let this happen like this? Like, how are
They
y'all
must have
doing
known
business?
something.
How y'all doing business like that? How you letting LSU call over here and hire your coach from your kids? Like, how was that even happening like that?
Right.
See, but we don't question them ever. Now, you know what I'm saying? I may get pulled over and arrested or something next week for talking like this, but we don't ever question what the stuff that they do.
Right.
How are they letting they can catch a kid, they could call Duke Johnson when he got a watch on the sideline and ask him where he got it from, my mama, bye.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't stop somebody from coming here and taking your coach from the kids from your school?
Right.
You got a room for that.
And not only that, but
you got a room for that.
From a money perspective, you saw the college football rankings. If had Brian Kelly had waited to announce that he was leaving, you think that Notre Dame would have been number 5 instead of number 6?
Yeah, I think so.
There you go. So another question. So what other schools do you think would be in the running to offer Mario?
I heard he wanted Florida, but that's, you know what I'm saying, I heard he wanted Florida. That was coming from a guy I actually worked with, his cousin. He told me it was his cousin for years, you know what I'm saying? I think we're getting lucky here. Let me go down the limb, right? I think we're getting lucky here. I don't think we're finna drop on Mario what these guys dropped on them. I think we're getting lucky because once again, the guy is coming back home that is good at football.
Right.
Right. Just no different than recruiting. I think we're getting lucky here. He's coming back home. Like I've told this story before. I've been away from home 10 years, and you start thinking about your mom getting older, people dying. And you're like, I'm gonna be sitting in Eugene, Oregon when my mama passed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be sitting in Wilmington, North Carolina, talking about I live by Laney High School when my mama died, and I never get to say nothing to her again. And you start thinking, and you start thinking like that.
That's true. Now,
yeah, but after you've been there for a while, when you first get there, it's like, man, fuck my family, fuck my family, water thicker than blood. Yeah, but you've been there for
money is still going to be a major issue, though. So what do you think if we're not going to drop, a $100 million bag or a $90 million bag? What type of money would we be? What do you see us offering Mario?
8. I think it's more so like what are we offering his assistants? I think he's fine. 8, maybe.
That makes sense.
Can his assistants get 2, 3 million?
That makes sense.
I think it's the staff, bro. Put us a staff together, and the team turns around instantly, bro. KB, what you doing in there, boy? KB, you doing real work, boy. You got boxes behind you and shit.
Yeah, I'm in the warehouse. I'm straight though. About time. Hey, look, it's about time for extended lunch. So.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's more so like what can we get the staff? That's what we've been failing at. We've been failing at putting a staff together, and I don't know if it was the budget or we just hiring our buddies. I don't know. We don't want to hire nobody smarter than us. I don't know what's been going on with that, but so yeah, I'm thinking maybe somewhere around there.
Okay.
Can't we just backload it with incentives to make up for the money though? Like I don't know. Like I know like in NBA contracts you can do that, but you have a limit. Like I can't just go out and say, well, if this player leads the league in rebounds, he gets an extra 5 million. Like there's a limit to it. Like you can have like a cap out at like 100 or whatever. But I'm wondering, because coaches usually don't have limits on the things that they can do. So I wonder if you can backload the contract with, okay, every time you win the Coastal, you know, you get 250,000. Every time you know, if you win a national championship, I can give you another million. So I wonder if you could just backload it enough to where you make up for the money that everybody else is getting.
Right. But my question is this: Is Mario got 10? The guy from Oklahoma got 110. Is Mario? Well, the guy from Michigan State got 95, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is
Brother
Mario
got paid.
Is Mario Brian Kelly?
It's not. I was just thinking about that, but it's not necessarily that. It's the market. The market dictates what you're worth.
That's it.
Yeah, it dictates from the top to the bottom, right? But that don't mean every coach that come loose is worth the top.
Right.
No,
Is Dak Prescott Patrick Mahomes?
But that's the market. And sports is very copycat like that. Oh, this cat got paid, so we gotta, you know, try to pay this dude. Instead of just, no, you ain't at this level, we can't. No. But like he was just saying, like when Mahomes got his contract, they like Dak Prescott licking his chops for what? I wouldn't pay you nowhere close to Patrick Mahomes, but that's just how the market set.
Right.
Right. It's close, but it's not what Patrick Mahomes get. But the market is close. But yeah, I don't think he's Brian Kelly or even the guy in Oklahoma. But
Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, Lincoln Riley. So I believe somewhere around 8, bro. It's the dream job. We keep hearing that over and over again. Come on home. Who gets to do that at their home? How often does that happen? How often does it happen that you go back and coach the college that the hometown you were from?
Not too often. And then you got the best recruiting backyard in the nation, in my opinion. So, I mean, we saw Scott Frost do it with Nebraska, but he went to Nebraska. I mean, this is a whole different ball game.
Hey, I bet he wish he stayed in
now. He does. He does.
Yeah, so I think it's just a unique situation, and Miami seems to find itself in these situations all the time and haven't been capitalizing off of any of them. But yeah, I just think it's a unique situation, and we'll see. I mean, but anything's going to happen, it has to happen after Saturday or have to happen after the game. I think Oregon in trouble Friday, though.
You know what I want to say about that, because I understand that, you know, these are billionaires, millionaires, whatever, and they got to make proper decisions, and you know the fan base gets antsy and irate. I think, but what it is with the fan base is the longer this plays out, is not necessarily us being hungry for a coach. It's just like the longer this plays out, it seems like the more of an opportunity there is for them to mess this up, because they haven't proven they can do anything right. So the longer this draws out, I think in the fan base, they're just worried. Like, man, what are they doing, bro? They're not doing something right. We was going to give Uric the job. Now they talking about the freaking search firm doing this and this and that. It makes you scared.
Well, you should be scared. You should be scared. Because 2 months ago, I was singing a different tune. I was saying, keep Manny. I do not want to see these people hire anybody else.
Right.
And that's how bad I felt about them hiring in their hiring process. So we can't forget that. It's just the fact that they came out and said, all right, Kirk Herbstreit, we'll drop a bag on your bitch ass. And now they've changed things. You know what I'm saying? And now they just got to show it. They're moving. The people who I know who helped the show out, yeah, they're moving. I mean, the stuff that we tell y'all, I hear somebody came up with a story and they said, this person to be the person to break the Mario news. He did. I'm gonna let you talk, KB. This is what I'm gonna say to that. It's like Bruce Feldman or somebody. He'll be the one to break it. He puts out right stuff. And bro, listen. I'll say it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, things change. They do. But we said it a while ago. We got it for people. We got it for our people, and we said it a while ago. Just like we said Blake James would be fired, and just like we said the offensive coordinator was gone Friday. We said it a while ago. So because he gets official word sent to him from somebody, well, he just signed the contract in. The breaking news, Bruce Feldman. Dog, we already, okay, let me break this down. We already heard that it's fighting from two sides. Somebody's putting out information that Manny is going to stay, yada, yada, yada. I don't got to say any names. And then another side, they want Mario, the guy who they wanted from day one before Manny got there, and they're fighting. You know what I'm saying? So the word is out. Like the word, if you're in the right circles, the word is out there. And who the guy is, you just got to read between the lines.
You know what's so funny about this is a week or two ago we were talking about Lane Train. we was on Lane Kiffin hard, and I mean, you even saw that in different press clippings where they were like, is Lane Kiffin going to Miami? And
because he wants to be here,
yeah, and now that talk has kind of subsided. I mean, everybody's really like, when is Mario gonna get here now? So we just speculating at this point. Really, it's up to what the administration does on Friday, and with recruits like Wesley Basaint, he's coming in on the 4th. I mean, we cutting it close.
You know what's funny about all this is how I feel like the administration and administration and Manny, they kind of mirror each other. It's like you have everything set up. You got all this momentum. You got everything going in your favor. All you got to do is not fuck it up. Manny wins the off season. He got 100 kids wanting to come. All you got to do is don't lose the easy game. Alabama is okay if you lose to them. Michigan State, you shouldn't have lost to them or whatever. But all right, cool. That'll work itself out. The rest of the schedule that you fucked up your own bag. So it's like this with the administration. You got all the momentum going, everything going in your way. All you got to do is put all the pieces together. You don't came out, you don't grand. Oh, we got money, we good. We gonna go after this cat. Why isn't Urich here or whoever? Why isn't Zoe here or whoever? Why this shit ain't moving? I'm not being impatient. It's just that it seemed like you starting to fuck up the same way your coach was fucking up.
Right. I think a lot of that stuff is a lot of times it's the negotiations. Somebody may come to the table and ask for something. What if Mario want to run football operations? What if he want to be the guy? Like it's just negotiation. Things getting passed back and forth. But Miami is slow, man. You've seen some of these schools fire their coach and hire a coach in the same week, dog. They hired their coach faster than we hired our search firm.
But this is why we should somebody. I think a lot of people have said this. They was like, look, after whatever loss it probably was before the Florida State loss. It was like, look, man, we need to move on, clean up, go ahead. You start this shit now. And I remember because Coach Hayes was saying that he was like, he was saying the opposite. He was like, I don't think we should like fire Manny right now because you lose what you got. And my opinion of that was like, nah, man, you go ahead and you get started. So you saw when LSU and USC went on ahead and cut ties, right? So everything that they got to everybody else is like, damn, they don't pull it in Lincoln Riley, they don't pull it in what's his name, Kelly, but they've been working on this shit for months. So now we at a deadline, bro. We got this signing day coming up, end of the year, all this other stuff. Now we working on a deadline as opposed to you could have did this months ago and you could have had your guy in waiting. We could have been like, okay, in this behind the scenes, we could have known that, all right, after these bowl games over, Cristobal coming. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or we can't get Cristobal, so we don't move on the game.
Them people ain't doing business like that, man. Y'all see what it is, man. UM is a little small school. It's kind of mom and pop, dog. They're not doing business like that. They're not.
But USC and Miami is the same school, is it not?
Yeah, but they doing business like that.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they got
all the excuses gone now. Ain't no more excuses. We don't care that we private. We don't care that we small. It's gone. USC just showed you everything you need to do as a school, as a private school.
They did.
T2. We were talking about T2 yesterday, Sean. Basically, he left Maryland. I mean, he's coming back home. I haven't heard anything. I mean, the problem is that, like, who does he come back home to? Who do y'all want him to commit to? That's the problem. Like, yeah, who is he coming back home to? Now, Brandon Ennis, decommitted from Oklahoma and instantly tweeted, "Why not the crib?" I hit him up, boy. You serious? Hell yeah, absolutely. But who would these kids commit to? You know what I'm saying? They don't know who the coach is. See, sometimes we look at everybody else's problems and we start saying, "Ooh, look at them, Florida State, they jacked up. Ooh, look at them, but we don't never look at our own house."
You know what? You even saying that, I know a lot of people in here is mad as hell that you even said that, because like you said, you got Brandon Ennis on the line, you got T2 who want to come back home. I mean, it's really a no-brainer. I mean, if you get the right coaching staff in here, starting from the head coach and down, well, right now starting from the AD and down, I mean, you will lock down Miami again. And here's the thing. A lot of these for a lot of these kids out here who are seeing what's happening with college football, I hope they take note about that, because it's a business. It's a business for the coaches. So you shouldn't. In some cases, yes. If Alabama is secretly dropping the bag, I understand. But in other cases, you gotta look at other things beside what that coach is telling you when you are being recruited, because the coach is always gonna do what's best for them and their family first.
But it's so hard. It's so hard to take that coaching element out of it, because at the end of the day, yeah, I can commit to the school and I can know that the coaches are leaving, but at the end of the day, I kind of come here for the coach, because this is the coach that's going to get me right. If I believe that, like Ennis is like, oh no, I ain't going over there. He was gonna go because he knows Riley gonna get him the ball. They're gonna throw the ball. They're gonna toss the ball around. Same thing with kids that's going to T-Law. He's gonna get me in the league. So it's hard. Like, I would love for kids to commit to the school as opposed to the coach, but it's so hard to do that.
I just think you got to take it with a grain of salt. I mean, if it's possible that he may not be here, then that's like fool's gold. That's like when you used to walk out the strip club and think that the stripper really liked you. Like, it's the same thing. Like, no, she didn't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, for $300 she may like you. Something. But it's like the same thing. So when you come here, yeah, if I'm here, we're still running this offense and your quarterback may be a Heisman candidate. But if I wake up one morning and I walk up out of here, then it's on you.
Right.
It's on you.
So
what's up?
No, I was saying, because we own coaches, like what you put out, there's two things I want to say. So what you put out earlier when you was talking about what was in their contract, the first contract I saw like that was Nick Saban. When I saw Saban, like, everybody's like looking at it like, oh, this is a new thing. No, it really not. They just looking at what the big dog's been doing. Because I remember what was the safety name? It was the safety who ended up going to Green Bay. He got suspended because the coach loaned him some money. Somebody broke into his house or something like that, or whatever, broke into his car, stole his money. So he got loaned some money so he can go home. When he came back, he did pay back the coach. He still had to get suspended. And in that same year, I found out that Nick Saban, his house, his whatever, $4 or $5 million house, whatever it was paid for by the boosters. It specifically said the boosters. It was a bunch of other, that he's getting paid from while he's making whatever he's $8, $9, $10 million. I was like, man, you got to be shitting me. And I'm just like, where's the outrage? Where's everybody? It was crazy.
We can't see it, man. We can't see it. It's like you gotta open. What they be talking about in the '80s in New York, your third eye. Them rappers, you gotta open your third eye. You can't see it.
Well, to be honest, the only other industry that I see that really does it that way on a consistent basis is politics. Because, and what I mean is, if you're a mayor of a city or you're a senator or something like that, people are on their staff and they might be getting paid one thing, but the fringe benefits is really why they're in politics. You have some people who are getting houses out of the deal and so on and so forth. Yep. So it's just interesting that college football mirrors politics.
Right.
Good point.
In the group, we put up a picture of Chris Graves, University of Miami commit. out of Fort Myers, and Corey Raymond. Corey Raymond was standing together. Obviously, he went to go visit Chris Graves. And they're throwing up 2 L's, right, KB? It look like they're throwing up 2
That would look like
L's,
to
right?
me. That would look like to me. I'm like, hey, I was like, hold on, they ain't from Lauderdale. What they doing?
Cause you know Corey Raymond from LSU. They throwing up 2 L's. But if you put them together, you know you can make
You
an
know what
ugly
that
means. I mean, Corey Raymond is big time at LSU. Like anytime I've heard any big business coming out of LSU, is Corey Raymond coming out of. I mean, one time I rode with Corey Brooks them to see IMG play. I rode with his family to see Corey Brooks play at IMG. And he was like, man, I got to talk to a recruiter from LSU. Supposed to be coming over here and holler at me. The dad was saying that, and it was Corey Raymond. Coming out of IMG. It's always Corey Raymond, dog. Big time dude, man. Love to have people like that at Miami, bro. Love to.
Right.
Oh, you know what, Streeter? This is what I want to touch on. So the other day when y'all did that late night morning breath show, I missed it because I was at work, but that was a good show with you and Coach Hayes. Spoke to like a really big structural issue that we have down here, and I don't know how we supposed to change it. But I think that's my question. Like, how can they change what's going on down here? Like the way these coaches get paid, or should I say, not get paid? The don't have as far as the facilities go. I was saying in the group that if anybody like from Broward in the '90s, late '90s, you knew about Plantation. Plantation was going like undefeated 2, 3, 4 years in a row. Then they'll get down there and play a team from Miami and lose, right? But they was dominating. Right. Frank Helflo was a good coach, legendary coach. His last loss, he quit, right? And he said, he was like, he's like, man, I'm kind of tired of, going undefeated. Then we go down there and play these Miami teams who are much hungrier, and then we losing whatever. But this man turned around and went to North Carolina and went to coaching again. Obviously, and that's when I found out, you can go to these schools in North Carolina and Texas. All you have to do is, you don't have to be a damn janitor. You don't have to be on the school board. You could just go there and coach. And I know in Texas, they make 50, 60, 70 grand a year just being assistant coaches and shit. And I'm just like, man, you look at this hotbed of recruiting. Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think we wake up and we play football. Don't get it twisted. But at the same time, somebody has to teach us this game. We have to learn it from somewhere. So you telling me the number one place for football can't pay the people that are training these kids to become NFL players?
True.
Who? This is my question, KB. As I become an older man, I start realizing something. Who is it? Who's the person that'll turn around and say, "Hey, let's get the black coaches that's raising the black kids some more money"? Who would that person be?
So that's my question.
You got to go. Other than that, you got to go take it.
Right,
it doesn't really happen like that.
I think that's my question. Like, what are they supposed to do? Like the story Hayes told about.
You gotta take it. Richard. You can answer this question.
I mean, yeah, we talked about it a little bit at length yesterday, and yeah, you got to go out there and just put your cards on the table and say, we're not signing contracts like this no more, because you look at every other league. Yeah, you look at every other league, and they have a collective bargaining agreement for a reason. And yes, it may some people, when they hear collective bargaining agreement, they think union, but actually what they're basically saying is all of your value is derived from us playing on the field. So we want a piece of the pie. We want to share the pie. We don't want you to run off with the pie and then give us crumbs or tell us what we should get, because it's not stipulated in our contract. So you could do that, and you could do it as a recruit. It's just the thought process of, hey, this is the carrot I got in front of you, and you either take it or leave it, because I'm gonna sign the next person. And really, life don't work that way.
Right.
So look at, I watched the movie King Richard the other day, and that's exactly what they did with Venus Williams. Nike was like, it's $3 million on the table. You better take it right now. Once we walk out the door, this contract walking with us. And they was like, all right,
he looked at
you can walk out.
Venus. He said, you gotta talk to Venus. And Venus was like, I want him to see what I could do. I don't know what they were trying to say. What were they trying to get across to us? Did he teach her that?
Yeah, well, essentially everything that he's been putting into his child up until that point, she already knew what the game plan was. And after that she was like, well, they ain't even seen me play and they're trying to give me a check because this is a factory for them, right?
Right.
So you get a player in, you own their rights and their likeness, and you spit them out when they done. So she lost that match. I hope I'm not spoiling the movie for whoever ain't watch it, but she lost that match and ended up with $12 million because she stood her ground and said, look, this is a partnership.
I hate when they gloss over things like that. Like when I walked out of the NWA movie, I couldn't tell who was the bad guy. I couldn't tell if the record label screwed them over. Like it wasn't clear. You know what I'm saying? It was almost as if Dre had grown from being the artist to the record label CEO, and he couldn't tell the story the same way because he sees it different now. You know what I'm saying?
I think he just tried to make himself look a little. I think that's like Dave Chappelle had that skit. It's like, bro, when you make your own movie, how can you not embellish or make things look the way you want them to look? So I'm not necessarily sure.
But then again, he could have made the Jewish guy look like a scumbag, but he really didn't. Like it was like the Jewish guy had an arguing point.
One thing to look at though, and this happens a lot. So a lot of folks, I mean, even Michael Jordan has been on record in saying this, where he's like, why are these kids getting paid so much money and they ain't even dribbled a basketball on the NBA court? Well, you got to realize these kids are realizing that they have value in their influence.
Of course they do.
So a lot of times, especially like the music industry back then, you had to, in order to get on, you had to go to a label in order to really get on. And so this is the foundation that Dre comes from. So he's like, when I'm finally on and I'm in the position to really create change, I can't necessarily, this is what I know because I came through the same system. So I made an album and I was broke after making an album that made a lot of people rich. And I was broke because they was the boss and I was the employee. Right. Now that I'm on and I'm the boss, I'm about to do the same thing because that's just the way the industry is. And you almost got to get out of that mindset and say that the industry is changing. Right. It's changing.
Right. So even with Vinny, but okay, go ahead, finish.
I was just going to mention.
Yeah.
So with these contracts and coaches, one of the things that I talked about is what's stopping a North Carolina from throwing the bag at Mario, or a school that has a great alumni support base as well as a great boosters. I mean, they could raise the same type of money. It doesn't matter that they have not been winning. What matters is what does their support base look like? So this is where college football is now, as opposed to where it was back then.
Right. See, what I was trying to say was that with the Venus story, it was like they said he took her off the circuit. She didn't go train with those guys that tried to buy him, right? Tried to buy her. She didn't go train. Like, she didn't do the things that normal tennis players did to get on, like the gymnasts do when we found out they were raping the kids. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She didn't do that. But they don't tell it like, listen, what he did was took matters in his own hand. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go through the system. Oh, you gotta, in order to compete, you gotta come do. We got the best. He didn't do that. He took matters in his own hand, sort of like LeVar Ball did with his kids. Right. But when the story gets told, it's not told like, whoa, look at the genius in that bullshit. It's told like, man, are you crazy? You're supposed to make a left and went to UCLA. Mm-hmm. And it's weird because the way they could have told that story. Like, they could have said it better. I think they could have said. They just made it seem like he was like off his rocker and he was doing.
Yeah, like he was a tyrant, you know.
Right, like he was doing unorthodox stuff. But I think what he was doing was owning his kids. So when they get to the promised land, Joe Smo, the trainer, didn't sell him to Nike.
Right.
Because they did show that. You see what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
what was trying to happen. And a lot of times we are so broke, we have to take the money. Or we're just so hungry, we think money answers everything, and boom, you just walk into a bigger trap.
Mm-hmm. That's true. But I got to get back to the job, so I'm gonna let y'all boys go. It was a pleasure being on the
Hold on,
show,
Richard.
and
All right,
yeah,
bro.
Rich, you
so
go.
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah.
Before you go, I got. So do y'all have anything specific that y'all could tell these coaches what they can be doing down here? Because it seems like they in the no-win situation, man. They like a four grand, $4,000 stipend or whatever for coaching. That ain't enough, man.
Okay, so he just said it. So listen, Luke got all the black coaches together one year, like 2 years ago, right? And they went and sat down, and he sat them down, and basically they're in the midst of trying to do it. It's been like 2 or 3 years now. They were trying to do it, come together, and basically you're gonna have to take it, dog. You're gonna have to take it. You're gonna have to say, listen, what he just said. We ain't signing. We ain't doing that no more.
Right. And the other,
some people are
one
gonna
of
get
the things,
sacrificed, but you can't be afraid to get people are gonna get sacrificed, and a lot of times that's what scares black people. I don't do my job, and they just go back to where they.
one of the things they can do is they could find a sponsor, and the reason why I say that is because when they played Super Bowl 50, Kansas City versus somebody, I forget who they were. But when they played that Super Bowl down in Miami, you saw them drop the bag in order to improve all the fields at all the parks throughout Dade and Broward County, right?
Right.
So the NFL is not dumb. They know that their hotbed of where their NFL players come from is that South Florida area. So you got to look at it and be like, okay, Nike, you want to sponsor our school? You know, Adidas, NFL, whoever. The brokers have to be the college coaches, or let's say something that's outside of FHSAA, right? That way, when that money comes in, you could divide that money up amongst coaches based on rank, tenure, winning percentage, and so on and so forth. So that's just a thought, because I do know you have a lot of people with a lot of interest in kids or this pipeline, and making sure that this pipeline keeps moving, right? So if the NFL has interest, if college has interest, if Nike and all these apparel companies have interest in making sure that we continue to put kids through the pipeline in order for them to play on Saturday and Sunday, then tell them straight up, you got to pay. You got to sponsor us too, because we the ones. I think they do care, because if they didn't care, why would the NFL come down here and be like, we're going to donate to all these parks? And if I'm not, I may be misquoted, but I think it was something like $100 million, right? Mm-hmm. Now, isn't that the same amount that they donated to Black Lives Matter? So something that's a national issue, they donated $100 million, and then they came down to Miami and dropped the same amount of money in a region.
Right.
So for them, it's about business.
I think, bro, it's just hard to. That's a fight that would have to happen, and it'll take some people not working. Mm-hmm. It'll take some people not working. I don't know. I think Luke's a pretty smart guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who would it take to put that together for them, because a lot of times they can't see eye to eye, and that's true. And they end up getting in their own way.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason this became like this is because of the division and the divide. That's why it's came like this.
Yeah, and that goes back to when you think about that divide. That goes back to all the Miami Northwestern, Miami Central, Carol City. Back in the day, in order to even get to state or get out of their region, they had to play each other in order to make it to state. So when you got that type of rivalry where y'all in the same class, and I might have beaten Northwestern during the regular season, but I got to face them again, game 11, first game of the playoffs or second game of the playoffs, and it's us against them. If they win, they're gonna go on to state. If I win, then I go on to state. When you have that type of competition, it's hard to separate that from business. So I think now when you have these powerhouse schools in different classes like you do now, everybody's putting on for the crib. Everybody's like, let's have all South Florida, all of the schools in South Florida are now state champions, right? So now I think that view is different because if American Heritage wins, if Miami Northwestern wins, Miami Central wins, Carol City wins, if they win collectively, then now you gotta everybody's rooting for the home team, period. So I think that mindset is changing, but that is what kind of held us back or held them back in the past, in my opinion.
Yeah. Shout out to Marvin Chapman, man. Marvin Chapman said, D, you give Luke too much credit, man. I think you brainwashed on Luke. Anybody else think Luther Campbell, Luke Scott? Anybody else think he's a brilliant motherfucking guy that was years before his time? Does anybody else feel like that? I'm the only one feel like that.
I think he's brilliant, but I think he's only one man. So this is something that got to collectively happen.
Right. Yeah, Marvin. I think you can't see it. Go ahead, KB.
No, I was gonna say I don't know if he's brilliant. I mean, history shows he's done some landmark things. You know what I'm saying, and got us to where we are today as far as music. But yes. I think the thing about Luke is, look at what you want people. That's real talk. Luke got us to where we are with music. Luke got us all our freedoms and all our money. Like that's real talk.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Like,
that's
do
real.
We forget this,
so real.
Marvin? Do we forget this? That he was Puff Daddy before Puff Daddy? You see how we forget each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was really Puff Daddy before Puff Daddy because he was sampling those old songs and making rap music before Puff Daddy did it.
Yeah.
He's pretty brilliant.
Yeah. And he fought for his right. Like he didn't just lay down and be like, man, we need to do this or change the content or whoop, whoop. No, man, that man went to court and said, all right, we're gonna do it just like this. And bro, that man's
he's the reason the reason the CD say parental discretion advised on the back, bro. He the reason. And CD. So Marvin come back and said, music wise, listen, bro, you think he's just brilliant in one area? No, man, it don't work like that. Sometimes people just be so far. This is what I learned, fool. Sometimes people are just so far ahead, or sometimes they're so high up that when you're on the ground, you really can't see. Like when you see people making money. I seen somebody on my friend's page, Stormy Wellington, the other day. Stormy was a millionaire. She grew up in Miami, but she's a marketing millionaire, whatever. And I saw some girl saying, look at them. They can't even spell right with all their fake money, trying to make people think that they did this with CBD. And so I was like, listen, so you think she's fake sitting next to Grant Cardone? You think that's a wax figure she's sitting next to? Fucking robot? Like you. But sometimes people sometimes Stormy is making so much money that broke people can't vision it. They can't see it. How could that possibly happen when you can only work 40 hours a week? That's how some people think.
True. And I actually have a friend who same thing. He made a Airbnb course, and I used to hang out with the dude. And I saw him the other day sitting next to Grant Cardone talking about real estate.
Right, bro. Listen, Stormy went to New Orleans with me. Like Stormy is sitting next to Grant Cardone, and people in her comments are saying, "All that fake money making people think they could get fined off CBD and be rich." She's sitting next to Grant Cardone. You think he's fake too? You think it's free to sit next to him, talk to him? No, dog. I mean, man. No, it's just you have to open your mind. I remember I had a mentor that used to teach me marketing. He used to tell me, man, you're gonna pay me $10,000 a month. So one day you're gonna pay me $10,000 a month to do his marketing stuff for you. And all I heard him saying was, man, he just want to take my money. Right? That's all I heard him saying. It used to frustrate me. Until that day, me and him made $30,000 that I tell y'all about. Trading. And when I made the $30,000 in one day, I went in the room, and I'll be real with y'all. I started crying. Because it was clear to me that him saying I was gonna pay him $10,000 a month is because I couldn't fathom that I could make $50,000 in a month. I couldn't see it.
Right.
I didn't think it was possible. So when I made $30,000 in a day, it was clear to me that, oh shit, there's people that make $5 million a month and they pay $100,000 for marketing. But because we're so broke, we can't see it, dog. And because you're so broke, it's like you cannot see it. That can't be real. There's no way he just... Listen, bro. It's a different world out there. If you just do something different.
Look, let me tell you, like to what he's saying. A lot of times, like people don't necessarily be like everybody love to throw out the word hater. A lot of times, people don't be hating on people. It's just that, like he's saying, you can't see it because you've never done it. So it's like, so when you start to experience things for the first time, like it's all surreal. Especially when you start making like real money. Like if you on your way to the pros, like you don't did your 4 years at Clemson or whatever, you don't have time to get used to it and understand that this money can. You did it in another way and the money came. It's a scary thing, and that's why he said he cried. Like it's a scary thing. So let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
Like the way you talk about Synergy Suites, bro. Y'all have to understand. This is my little cousin. She did this from the ground up. She was very what's the word I'm looking for? She was not secure in anything that she was doing. She just didn't
have all the answers, right? It looked like, if you look at it, it may look like she got all the answers, but she don't.
Right. You look at it now, you look at her page and stuff, and you're like, man, she know what she's doing. She pro, whatever. No, she had to get help. She didn't think she can get to this point. Bro, let me tell you something. When she won Dessert Wars 2 weeks ago up in Tampa, bro. Understand, y'all, this is a national, competition and contest. She won. She went in there with the mindset that, man, if I can place in the top 10 or 20, man, I'll be all right. She got number one, like hands down. When the judges tasted her stuff, they was like, oh shit, man, everybody might as well go home. Dog, when she won, I'm telling you, this girl, she fought so hard to hold them tears back, bro. It was just like, because for her, it wasn't just a simple fact that she won, but it was just like, bro, I can't believe I'm in this moment. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe this shit is starting to happen. And it's the same thing when you start making money. When you go from just a regular ass job or somebody making $17, $18, an hour, and you like street say do the stock market and you make $30,000 in a fucking day, or you make $40,000 in 30 minutes, you be like, you can't understand what's going on. You can't.
It opened my eyes, and it also, I knew I wasn't going back to work for nobody. I'll sell water on the sideline because I know that when you're on your own business, you have your own. There's no cap to what you can make. You know what I'm saying? That's what I realized. But with Synergy Suites, man, I texted her that night and I told her, listen, now, we always said who you was. I basically told her, stop looking out for people for validation because you are the bag. Like, you are the bag. We always looking at how many people need to tell you your stuff tastes good or you number one at Dessert Wars before you actually realize that, okay, and start walking around and acting like you are the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she is the bag and she been the bag. It's just believing it in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that matters. what you believe. That's it. That's why you got supermodels and strippers. The only thing that matters is what you believe.
That's true.
That's it. It's only been you're not finna tell me some of them strippers we see on that pole. You're not gonna tell me Beyonce look that much better than them when they wake up in the morning.
You're right.
Put both of them in the bed in the
I
morning.
say that all the time, but everybody like to talk about Rihanna and Beyonce, and I'd be like, listen, man, it's average and regular girls out here that look better than them, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, they look nice, but that's the TV doing that to us. It's a bunch of fine people around here that look way better than them.
Right.
Yeah. It might be a tie. When they wake up in the morning and they roll over, yeah, champagne from bootleggers might look just as good as Beyonce in the morning. You'll be like, what? Beyonce be like, let me get my lights, bitch.
Oh,
Wait,
man.
bitch, let me get my team in here.
You dropping names.
But it's her brain. But it's her brand. It's who Beyonce is. Now that when she walk in the room or when I saw her in concert for the first time, I was like, oh, I get it now. Oh my. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of who she is.
It's true.
But back to what he was, but back to your thing about Luke. The thing I like about Luke is Luke got his ear to the ground. So I've heard Luke say a lot of things that were, progressive or saying we should be doing it this way or that way. But because he's Luke, a lot of people don't back him. Like him running for office or whatever. That's nobody ain't gonna really. But you have to listen to what he's saying. I'm not saying he should be a politician or should be in anybody's office. But understand the man ain't just booty shaking music. The man got his ear to the ground, ear to the streets. And he do want to see his community do better. Think about it. That's why he helped UM brand like that. It wasn't just because it was UM, but these were his kids, his local homeboys' kids, and all that stuff going to this school. That's why he jumped onto you like that.
Right.
True. Because I heard him the other day. I just happened to catch him on Instagram Live, and he was talking about Kevin Samuels and what he doing in the YouTube community. He's like, it's interesting. He got all these followers, but you don't see Revolt pick him up yet. You won't see none of these major TV conglomerates pick him up yet. He like, why is that? I was like, dang, he got a point.
But they don't really. They don't have to. You can just stay right where you're at. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they don't really have to. But no, because he's talking about women, right?
Yeah.
But he used to talk about men, but now he's talking about women.
I've heard him both.
Huh?
I've heard him like really go after both. To be honest with you, like you go up there as a man and you talking about you work at this type of job or you do that. This how much you weigh and that. He'll clown you just like you do them females. So I'm not a fan of his, but I've seen him do both. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think this is what I think. I think, and this is the problem I have. Marvin say, ask him at Northwestern and people about the locker room, how he had the locker room divided in the offense versus defense, cursing out the administration, coaching players. I think Luke is divisive. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think he's divisive, but Marvin, we cannot. Why is it so easy for us to? Jay-Z going to talk to the NFL? Oh man, that man a coon. And we turn our back on him. You know what I'm saying? And why is it so easy for us to do that? We know Luke stood up in the paint for all rap music. Like, I don't understand why when it's us, it's so easy for us to discredit somebody. Yes, Luke can be divisive. That ain't the first time I heard that. I know he is. What he was about to do to UM a couple years ago, when he was like, man, listen, either let Kelly be the quarterback or I'm snitching. You know what? Here recently, I started realizing why. I get it now. Because what I just realized, I think he realized 15, 20 years ago. And that's why I say he's genius. He realized that there was people at Miami who didn't care about football. He realized that, and that's why he talks about it the way he talk about it. He realized that we sending our kids down there, and it's like a facade. It's like, yay, send the kids and the chain, and then we're gonna give you a new head coach who never coached before and give him $10 to hire. What is that? I think he knew that. Right, he knew that already. And that's why he's like, fuck this. Y'all ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't doing shit down there, and he could see it before we could see it. That's just my 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? That's my 2 cents. Because I started feeling a little crazy. Like, man, me and Hayes talk about it all the time. Like, bro, either they get it together down there, man, or no. Don't send nobody down there. Because it's a place that linebackers have went there to die.
Yeah, you're right.
You fuck how much a fan you are.
Yep, because coming out of, I saw what Wayman Steed was doing as a freshman, well, as a sophomore at Miami Central, and I was like, man, he's a sure thing. And yes, he had his injuries, but you know, I mean, same thing with what's his name from Northwestern,
Who?
the edge rusher that they have playing linebacker.
Oh, Sam Brooks.
Sam Brooks.
That was just a mess. Sam Brooks was just sitting there not playing this
year. Yeah.
I hate Packy. I heard me throw that in. I hate Packy. Don't want to flip on.
So that was kind of my, like, when we talk about Luke and stuff, that was kind of my thought process when we started talking about like these coaches and them not getting they just due. And you can answer this question for me, Streeter, because I don't know what the rules and regulations are. So Little League stops at whatever by the time the kid get to about like 9th grade. What if the coaches went on ahead and tried to get their money and they got denied, which they probably will be. But what if they just started making alternative leagues and started telling these kids, well, you know what? Don't play for your high school. Come over here. And it'll be just like them, like an AAU league. You come over here after school and you play for this community league, this rec league, or whatever it is. You can play here. Your grades don't matter. You can play until you in the 12th grade, 19th.
Right. Just do it themselves.
Can you do that? If you start taking the kids out of the school, then
listen, KB, like Luke Skywalker did to the youth football a couple years ago when he combined Liberty City and figured out a way to make them play Miami Gardens because he knew what it was. Like Luke did, Mr. Marvin. You remember that? But then what happened? It falls apart. You know what I'm saying? It falls apart because the way we deal with each other in business. It falls apart. We just got to do a better job with dealing with each other in business. Battle Tester Kane say South Florida kids been failing at schools all over the country. Look in the portal. Battle tested. We're not gonna do this, big homie. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do it.
I mean, I'll say this. Data is important. So let's look at the sample size. So over the past 20 years, how many kids from South Florida has made it to the league? Right? So there's a stat where, I mean, you can almost count it. If you're a coach in Dade County, every other year you might have a kid that's going to the league on your team. So all we saying is, because we see it all over the place. You look at the Clemsons of the world where they retained Brent Venables for all those years, and Brent Venables got, I mean, who is their middle linebacker right now? Skalski, right?
Yeah.
Skalski, more than likely, Skalski does not play a down in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
More than likely. So, I mean, you got talent that's right in your backyard that's way better than the Skalskis of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But they go to your program and they die. So is that on the kid or is that on the coach?
Dog, that's such a good point, bro. I was saying that earlier in the season, like, and I used to say this about Zach McLeod, not to defend Zach or whatever, because he did regress. But I used to say all the time, Shooter, you don't heard me say it, Zach is being misused. He's being used wrong. And I say, you look at, and people are like, oh, Zach slow, Zach this, that. I say, first and foremost, Zach is not slow for a line, but he's not slow at all. I say, but you look at Venerables up there in Clemson, and he's got like the name Richard just called, because I don't know his name, but he's got these big country white dudes that don't run.
Who run 4.940s.
Right, but he understands. Oh, I'm gonna make them run downhill, bump into some linemen, and get to the quarterback and stop this and stop that. I'm not gonna make them get out there and play in space on a consistent basis. I'm not gonna make them chase Jalen Knighton and all those type of things. I want them going straight forward because that's what they're good at. But we tried to make Zach McLeod do all these things that the same things that we want James Williams to come in here and do. That's not how it works, bro. But that's how bad our coaching and development was. I'm sorry not to get y'all off track, but I just had to hit that.
That's
I don't know. So Robert said Luke literally took his kids to every school in the nation, and literally UM coaches begged him to bring them to UM just for a camp, and he didn't take them. Well, I was there with Luke when he was at Paradise Camp with his kids. I think sometimes, see, this is what you got to understand in business and stuff. Sometimes you gotta make relationships outside of the people who y'all think is your homies, like who y'all think got your back. So sometimes they don't always have your back. But when you got another house to go to, don't your girlfriend act right when you got somewhere else to go? You know what I'm saying? Start acting different. No, listen.
I ain't touching that subject. She in the kitchen.
No, listen. So. Listen. There's no way. Well, so first of all, I was there at Paradise Camp, and Luke had his kids there. I was there talking to Luke. So he did take him to Paradise Camp at least. But also, he does have relationships all over Florida. I mean, that's better for his kids. Now he's thinking about the kids. When UM don't want to take Dalvin Cook or whatever because whatever issue they got with Central or whatever hell was going on. Freeman, not Cook, it was Freeman. Numerous people told him to go get Freeman. It wasn't no secret who Freeman was. Luke had to take him to Florida State. Luke taking kids to Florida State. No, because you just don't want to look at your mama. you want to say your mama's a bad person. You don't.
That's true.
Najee Davenport told me he told him to go get Freeman. But they had there was issues with Central at that time, right? They didn't get Freeman for recruit Freeman. So Luke did was right, but the kid and took him to Florida State. And then y'all say Luke take kids to other places. Man, he doing right by kids, man. That's what he doing. You know what I'm saying? He doing right by kids first. He ain't thinking about the program. He ain't thinking about Miami. Miami didn't recruit JoJo, the kid that Clemson took. They didn't want him. They said they didn't want no more fast slot receivers. A couple people on the staff wanted him. But when it came down to a decision, they said they didn't know. A couple people was like, no, listen, there's a different slot receiver. Clemson took him. But that's the position that Miami is in. That they could say, nah, man, we'll let JoJo ride. We're gonna go get. Now y'all can have Yuki Brown, Texas A&M. We'll get Bashard. Mm-hmm. Man, listen, man. Mario Cristobal coming here. Anybody coming here, to be honest with you, anybody with coaching experience coming here. You know what I'm saying? With some real coaching experience, coach on a big level, they turn this thing around in a year. We 9-10 wins, headed up. You start winning wins, you start stacking recruits. I don't even want to hear about recruiting no more, bro. We've been winning in recruiting.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, I don't want to hear about it anymore. I don't care if we get the latest recruit right now. Man, just get me a staff in here, bro. Please just get me a staff in here. We'll read some more of these comment sections. Let me see. Ain't nobody going to stand behind Luke. Ain't nobody going to stand behind Luke. See, that's where we are. What have you done for me lately? Jay-Z, he's an old rapper. Wow.
I do got to get out of here though. So,
all right,
so I'll holler at you.
No. But yeah, man. I mean, that's where we are. I mean, we don't stand behind each other for the long haul. We'll never get a Rolling Stone band or you know what I'm saying. We'll never stand behind each other to that point. Where we do Led Zeppelin, we want to see them perform when they're 60 years old. I don't know why. I mean, the man did some great things. I mean, he's in the community. He does do some jacked up stuff. I guess so. He says crazy stuff about football beginning every season. But I look at it like wrestling or something. Well, you know, Mean Gene, Friday night, it's going to be me, and it's going to be Hogan. That's how I look at it, bro. Then he get on this live and tell everybody to go follow football field. I don't know. I don't get emotional about it. All right, that's enough about Luke, though, man. KB, you got anything else, dog?
Nah, I'm Gucci, man. I appreciate the time, man.
But listen, KB, they gonna have to take it, bro. The high school coaches are gonna have to link together across Florida, and they're gonna have to take it.
They need some help, though, man. I would like to see some. You know, it's a lot of former players and stuff. They know what's going on. They know how this go. These guys can come together and help form some leagues or something, man. Even if it's, you know, you do it from the ground, you get kids up and you get them to, you know, raise their own money for pads and stuff like that, or whatever it is, man. Like because if you take away all the good coaches, you know, these coaches have relationships with kids, man, and just say, man, y'all come play for us. There's gonna be other things that you probably can give or help the kids with, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to letting them stay in school and all they can do is play football in school.
Yeah.
So I really think an alternative league, I guess, I really think that would be the way to go after they go up there and talk to the state and get denied, because you know they're gonna get denied or get some kind of unfair offer. I think that's the way to go. They need to find a way. Same way you saying some of these coaches are taking teams that were defunct and bringing them back. Like I think one of them at Lakes, or like you say, the way Luke did the YFL. Like I think they're gonna have to get a league, extend it through high school, and get all the kids to start doing that. You can do it with and you can go around to different business owners and ask for help. They can come to Footballville and ask for help. Hey man, maybe we can broadcast our games this type of way. We can get more camera action. You know what I'm saying? Get things that's going to intrigue the kids to come, as opposed to, you know, just staying in school and continue to do. I mean, of course you're gonna stay in school, but as opposed to playing for the school, you know, come play for us. It's gonna be more fun, more exposure.
I think they take a lot of pride in state championships, but I think it's gonna hit them one day. I think it's gonna hit them one day.
I think we're starting to raise a little bit smarter brand of kids, even though they do a lot more dumb stuff than we did. They don't. I'm not gonna say they stand for a lot more, but you start to hear these kids like I forgot the top 5 high school basketball recruit was talking about going to Howard. You know what I'm saying? Or going to a HBCU, and Naomi came out and said those type of things or whatever. So we might have a different brand of kids coming along that we can. Hey, y'all need to start owning things, not just for your individual selves, but as a community. So maybe we can.
Right. Battle Tested say, man, kids want to win state titles, man. Yeah, Battle Tested. I think just sit back and ask yourself, what is a state title?
Right.
What is
Look
it?
at what they.
What is it?
Look at what they did to the kids during COVID. Didn't they try to keep the South Florida out of the state championship?
Basically, South Florida started practicing behind everybody else was practicing. They started practicing later. So South Florida was going to try to basically say, listen, man, well, we'll do our own thing.
Right. They tried to eliminate them from coming up there and winning state. So, like, what's a state title mean to you, bro?
When Trevante Valentine was here and I used to travel with Champagne Yacht, I remember we went to Delaware, and the first time I heard a coach say, this was the first time I got to look at a school, one of these football schools that was in a warehouse, and they did nothing but play football. And I heard him say, fuck a state championship. I put kids in college. I put like $20 million worth of kids in the school. That was the first time I've heard somebody say that.
Yeah.
I never forgot I heard him say that. Because sometimes you get into this mode of we're people, creatures of habit. We do the same thing over and over again. Almost as if we can't use our own mind. You know what I'm saying? So I asked you, Battle, what's a state championship, big homie? What is it? What is it?
Listen. Hey, shout out to Miami Flow. I'm only saying that because, like I say in the whatchamacallit, Miami Flow, the only person that give you a flower street, to be honest with you. I'm not lying, bro. That's the only cat that give you flowers, bro. Everybody else ain't, man. Listen. But anyway, and same thing with him too. Like y'all kind of report some of the same things around the same times, but people don't give y'all credit for them. But you know, it is what it is. But that state thing, it reminded me of what Chad Ochocinco said. I don't know if y'all ever saw this, but when Chad was on what's the show with Brandon Marshall? So they was on the show and they was talking about the Hall of Fame. I am athlete, and they asked Chad. They were like, "So you telling me?" Reggie Wayne was like, "You telling me this gold jacket don't mean nothing, whatever." Chad said, "Man, damn them people. Them people don't even like us." He said, "When have we ever needed validation from them to tell us that we good, to tell us that we the best. I mean, he might have been smoke, but he said some real shit then. He was like, we don't need validation from them for what? I already know I got the numbers and I know what I can do.
That's part of the problem. That's part of the problem why we can't break away and own anything or do anything because we do still look at validation from the things they created. We do.
Things they stole.
Yeah, I mean that too. So yeah, that's part of the problem. And Chad is right. And sometimes we even say it, dog. We even say it and don't know why we saying it. I interviewed Edgerrin James right before he went and got that jacket. You know what I think Edgerrin James was thinking about? How the fuck do I capitalize off this moment? Right. I'm gonna get a goddamn car, and I'm gonna get every goddamn Hall of Famer there to sign it. And now what you got?
Oh, that's what's on that car?
It's a Hall of Fame Chevy, and he got all of Hall of Famers there to sign it. Now what he got?
But I didn't know he did that. That's dope, bro.
Right. So in that moment, right, it's not about the yellow jacket. It's more so about, man, listen, I think he understands that. How do I capitalize off this huge moment? And that's what he did. So now, I mean, we do still look at them for validation. We do still, like he said, a state championship is memories. And it is all of that. But I'm going to ask you again. If the coaches getting paid $4,000 a year, if half the coaches on the coaching staff aren't getting paid, but they're working from 7 in the morning to 11 at night, they're taking kids home, they're keeping kids from getting shot, they're giving kids lunch money. I'm here to tell you this. Is that sacrifice worth winning a state championship, or do they deserve more? That's all I'm saying. So I ask you, what's a state championship, big homie? Hey, I'm about to get up out of here, dog. KB, holla at me, man.
All right, appreciate you, bro.
Yo. Hey, listen, man. Y'all want to get down with the squad? 786-459-4499. Send us a text. Click the link. It's in the description somewhere. Well, if you're on YouTube, it's linked that it's at the top, and we'll put it right here. Good conversation today, man. And I want y'all to know, listen, bro. If you in here talking with emotions, I know I get all riled up sometimes, but we have to have conversations like this. And if we can't have conversations like this, that means we're children, we're kids. You know what I'm saying? We have to be able to talk like this to each other. Okay? It's just a conversation. It's all love, and I respect all y'all thoughts. I'm open to what you're saying, and I mean, just be open to what I'm saying. Yeah, we're creatures of habit. Sometimes we just keep doing the same thing over and over again. And then we wake up and realize, oh, what did I do? What the hell happened? So I'm going to skate up out of here, man. I got kind of lost where I'm supposed to be at. Oh, here, going back. There it is. Put the link right there. Y'all want to get down with the squad, bro. Anytime, Marvin, bro. You know you my dude. Let me see. And I will leave y'all with this. Listen up. If you listen to Elon and you put your money in Deuce Coin and it went down, then you came back and you put your money in Shiba, the other dog coin, and now it went down, it's because you don't know what you're doing. Investor IOD Squad. We've created a platform where you can just come watch what we do, and if you feel like it, you could copy it. It's on you. IOD Squad, man. click the link in the description or whatever it is. Come get on the platform, and you could just see what we do, and stop putting your money in things, and they go down.